Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. There are different reasons why certain players underperform in fantasy basketball, such as poor fit alongside new teammates, ignored injury red flags, or generally outsized hype. Looking at you, Laver. With that in mind, here are 5 players you should be cautious about drafting this season. See Joel Embiid, 76ers. Embiid was one of the most dominant fantasy players on a per-minute basis last season. The problem is, he only played 786 total minutes in 2016-17. With a litany of injury concerns, there's no indication that he'll offer the elite volume of production that comes with being a high fantasy draft pick. At this point, it would be a shock if he averaged more than 30 minutes per game. When Embiid does get on the floor, he'll have to share the ball with a pair of rookie ball handlers in Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons. There are centers with significantly less sizzle that will be drafted much later than Embiid, yet offer the promise of consistent playing time. Marcin Gortat has recorded 12.4 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game, while averaging 80 games per year through his 4-season Wizards tenure. And you won't have to draft Gortat within the first 30 picks. PG Isaiah Thomas, Cavaliers. Isaiah Thomas was the fulcrum of the Celtics offense. Clearly, that role falls to LeBron James in Cleveland. While Thomas should see easier scoring looks, his per-game offensive production is likely to fall. He has simply never shared the court with offensive players as talented as James and Kevin Love. And that doesn't even account for his serious hip injury. A January return has been tentatively penciled in for Thomas. Drafting a player within the top 25 picks who at best could miss half the season is a good way to submarine your fantasy championship aspirations. In casual leagues, someone will overlook his injury concerns and focus on his all-star production last season, selecting him near his average draft position. Don't be that person. PG Lonzo Ball, Lakers. Lonzo Ball has the opportunity to become an elite passer in the NBA. With at least one veteran finisher in Brook Lopez, plus the potential for Brandon Ingram or Julius Randle to take the next step forward as scorers, it's difficult to see Ball averaging fewer than 6 assists if he plays more than 30 minutes a game. There's precedent for a rookie ball handler putting up big stats on a bad team. Remember when Michael Carter-Williams averaged 17.66 as a rookie in 2013-14? That said, Ball has allowed his father Laver to place a gigantic target on his back, and veteran defenders will relish the opportunity to knock the rookie down a peg. Clippers guard Patrick Beverley is already chomping at the bit, and that's just game 1 of 82 for Ball. He'll quickly find his passing lanes aren't quite as open as they were in college, when the game's best perimeter defenders take turns face guarding him up and down the floor. Target him in the middle rounds of your fantasy draft, after you've loaded up on known commodities. Zach Randolph, Kings. Randolph has been a fantasy staple for most of the millennium, but entering year 17 with a brand new team will drastically alter his fantasy profile. The Kings have clearly brought Randolph and Vince Carter and George Hill to town to add a dash of veteran character that was lacking in recent years, but make no mistake, the most important players on the Kings roster today are young controllable talents like Buddy Hield, Willie Cauley-Stein, De'Aaron Fox, and Skal Labissière. In particular, the team is approaching a crossroads with Cauley-Stein, who will be eligible for his rookie extension after this season, his first full campaign without DeMarcus Cousins monopolizing center minutes. Neither Cauley-Stein or Randolph is a floor spacer, meaning it's unlikely they'll play together for prolonged stretches. If Cauley-Stein ends up with the bulk of the Kings' center minutes, Randolph will be hard-pressed to repeat his 14.82 averages. Barring injury to other players on the Kings roster, his time as a top 100 fantasy player is likely over. Derek Favors, Jazz, with a full offseason to heal up, maybe Favors is ready to get back to his near double-double production. There's certainly opportunity for him to take on more responsibility on offense now that Gordon Hayward is gone. Just 2 seasons ago, the Jazz power forward averaged 16.4 points and 8.1 rebounds per game with solid defensive stats. Last season, he just couldn't stay healthy, and his statistical profile fell apart. In 50 appearances, Favors recorded just 9.5 points and 6.1 rebounds per game and saw his playing time fall below 30 minutes per night for the first time since 2012-13. There's a thin line between bust and steal. Complicating matters, Favors' fit alongside Rudy Gobert is going to be a concern, especially when point guard Ricky Rubio is also on the floor, as none of the three are effective long-range shooters. If you take a flyer on Favors, keep your eyes open for a backup plan if he sputters out of the gate. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel.